Well, we can definitely say that, yeah, sure, and this universe are definitely different than before. Even though he's a little bit more pragmatic than the previous universes, this one is at least not a complete irredeemable evil, it seems. But there is one person who is actually revealed this chapter to actually still be irreplaceably evil, no matter the universes. And it's actually in a rather odd twist. Yes, this is Eden Shiro's chapter 239, the Anger and Offended Despair Reviewer, although I only reviewed in Zero, which likely will be my last manga to review. Last time, Shura said that they were going to kill Xenolith because he was on this planet. Because he believes Oasis is harboring him. But Shiki denies that. And the fact is that Shiki still believes that Xenolith cannot be a bad guy in this universe, but Shura is the one who gets angry at that, saying that he crushed an entire planet and millions of people die. So he says also that he knows that Xenolith is on this planet, and if he's on this planet, then he will wipe it out just like he did with Foresta, and therefore he has to stop him. And they came here to stop him and kill him if they succeeded. But if they cannot do that, they will have to make a decision. And here is where the All Link comes in again. In last saga, which, in the previous universe, it was revealed that the All Link also existed. To shut down all the androids, the delusional madman that was Shura in that universe wanted to do it too, to stop Siggy One's rampage. But in this here, they still have the All-Link system, but he will only use it to shut down Xenolith if the worst case scenario. But he's even saying that he doesn't even want to do it because he has friends this universe, which is ironically Saika. It's a very heartwarming twist in the scenario given in the previous universe. He killed Saika without a second thought because Saika was a robot. So yeah, Shura is not as evil this universe, but he is pragmatic. Basically meaning that if he has to do something, then he will do it. And and then suddenly the ship gets broken down a little bit with a lot of bashing, as the 4-star Shrine Maidens appear on duty and actually destroys the Ocean 6 fairly easily. Well, it is pretty satisfying to see all 4 of them, the real 4-1, appear. It is also rather, that they actually could defeat the oceans so easily. But hey, I guess it's also satisfying in its own way. Of course, this is not running so high with Shiki saying that this wasn't supposed to happen. But it's during this time finally that Laguna with the rest appears. And they mentions that they have the same goal to defeat Xenolith, while Sister of course wants to torture Labia. And also the fact that the maidens didn't really realize that they may have actually done things pretty bad. So it's but also in this universe is the fact that Jin and Callum do not see each other, but they mention each other's names. Well, I mean, Jin mentions Callum's name, so Jin actually finds out that he is there. And it's also in this one that Luna appeared, and that actually Laguna knows in this universe that she is Shura's fiancée. Of course, that doesn't go so well with Goodwin, saying that she was sent to be undercover, but then she fell in love with Shura because of how charming he was. So, and then she believes that she can marry, then Oasis and her, they will be friends. So it's a rather odd twist. Well, not completely odd, but as you know, in the previous universe, Yuna fell in love with Shura because of Stockholm Syndrome. So yeah, in this universe, she still has the Stockholm Syndrome. However, the twist is it's not how you think, so to speak. In the previous one, she fell in love with Shura because she realized how lonely he was and all the torture became ecstatic to her. In this universe, though, she was sent undercover and then fell for what seemingly is Shura's natural charm. So yeah, that is still Stockholm Syndrome, although in a way you can more say it's like becoming the mask. She was the spy that became, well, the one who fell in love. And the fact is, everyone except Fabio didn't know, and Saika even confirms that she was only kept around by Shura because he found it amusing. Uh, the and even confirms that she hasn't even tortured her. So yeah, this Shura is different. So so is the fact that Shura reveals that there was a tip that Xenolith was here by a informant, a doctor in their universe. And here comes the biggest twist of it all, as a voice stating that the scientist started all that, and that voice is apparently Xenolith. As we turn around, we actually discover that the biggest twist of all is that Xenolith does exist in this universe, and that is not the twist. No, the twist is the slight gender bender, or not, is the fact that Xenolith's personality is actually inside Mimi, the helping bot to the little girl from Foresta. And no one saw that coming. And I mean, nor did I. So yeah, it actually turns out that Xenolith is not evil or corrupted in this universe. Because the real Xenolith is inside that little bot. No, the body of Xenolith has been taken over by someone else, along with his power, and that is why he is evil. And who is the one who took him over? Well, the head of the Research and Imperial Science Department. None other than Dr. Muller. So yeah, Xenolith that crushed the planet is not the original Xenolith. Rather, it's Muller having somehow downloaded his brain into Xenolith's body, and Xenolith himself has been downloading inside Mimi. That is actually an odd case of twist, but I guess it does make sense of Muller was also an irredeemable monster in the previous universe, and this universe seems to imply that no matter what, Muller will be evil. Granted, he was pretty dislikable, so I guess that makes sense. So yeah, yes, there's some satisfying situations of Shura and Yuna in this here. Again, he seems to not be so evil as he looks. Although the bigger twist is, of course, that Muller is inside Xenolith's body. But I guess this does explain why Xenolith is evil this universe. And Xenolith truly was honorable in it all. But how did it happen? Moreover than that, Shura said it was a tip from the science department. But if Muller is inside Xenolith, then how did he tell all this? Unless, of course, he can go back and forth. Well, you give me your thoughts if you have any.